Joe Dom, 12/1/26, 70 years old plus 22. Way back, 1948. A banker friend of my dad's name was Bert. He said, "Bert, I have a gentleman here who would like to get in the car wash business, and he don't have the money to get started. And I know you have some property downtown. I thought you might be interested." So he gave me a call when I was down in Bloomington, IU. He said, "Joe, would you be interested in getting the car wash business?" I thought, well, I wasn't going to be a lawyer or doctor or anything, so I said, let's check on it. So got on a train, went to Detroit, and they had a car wash there, Paul's Minuteman Car Wash. It wasn't a franchise, so we bought the Minuteman Car Wash. My friends at IU, they said, "Joe, I hear you quit school. What are you going to do?" I said, "Wash cars." They're like, "Well, wash cars?" I had to tell them the truth. I didn't know what else to say. My dad took his car to a filling station, they called it then. Took his car to be washed. He'd leave it there a half a day. That was our competition way back when. I had a younger brother named Mike. I said, "Dad, let's call it Mike's Minuteman." It just seemed to fit in better. 1948, downtown Fort Wayne. We were all full service for 20 years. They'd pull up, get out of the car, we'd wash it, and then get back in. When we first started out, we were one of the first in the country. Cars had bumpers on the front. We put a hook on the front bumper and pulled them through. Now you couldn't even think about doing that. I called my brother Ed up, who was 3 years younger than I was. I said, "Ed, come and join me in the business." He was more into mechanical engineer and I was more in marketing. Ed and I made a good team, and we were together about 30, 40 years.
We were just in the process of building our third location when I joined the family business. We used to always take business trips to visit other cities and other car washes looking for best ideas. We were always full service, where the customers got out of the car and we tried to do everything. But this car wash we saw in Grand Rapids, the customers stayed in the car and it was very fast. We did a test at our second location, which was State Street, and we converted it to an express car wash. It was a very fast car wash, high quality, and the car was very, very dry. We put a lot of air dryers in the drying chamber. Customers loved it. That test was in '78, we never looked back. From that point on, all of our car washes were the express model.
I look at my grandfather and my dad as two mentors in different ways. My grandfather started the business and really laid the foundation for all the values that we have, but my dad was able to kind of take that and expand it.
Started a crew when I was a freshman in high school, and actually when I was finishing up with college, that's when Bill Dom came to me and kind of shared his vision as he was going to be starting to take over the business as the second generation. And kind of sold me on the dream. We had 3 or 4 locations at the time. It was all in Fort Wayne, and Bill had it mapped out that we were going to move to Indianapolis and conquer that market.
When I was 6 years old, we moved from Fort Wayne, Indiana, where my grandfather had started it, to Indianapolis to open up the first location in Castleton.
We like to grow, but we just don't like to grow for the sake of growth. We happen to be in an industry where you have to make it very, very convenient for the customer. It was all driven on finding locations that we felt would really serve the paying customer.
I remember calling Joe Dom one time and sharing with him my excitement about a brand new tire shine technology. And we were so excited about the results, and he let me get all of my excitement out. And then he lowered his voice, and as he often does, he kind of grabbed me behind the elbow and said, "Hey Billy, what are you hearing from the customers?" So he had a great ability to refocus you back on the most important thing, which is, what do the customers think of this new innovation or this new technology?
That was a big thing with Joe. I mean, he's always out there shaking hands and talking to customers and, hey, what can we improve on, and what can we do better, and what are you thinking, what are you happy with, and just always gaining feedback from customers.
We like fussy people, and we're in a business dealing with fussy people. We got people come in the car wash, I look at their car, I don't think it's that dirty, but they're fussy people. So fussy people keep us in business. We do a lot of advertising, TV, radio. What do you think number one is? Word of mouth.
At Crew, we have a clearly stated vision, and it is to be the service industry leader. Not just the leader in the car wash industry, but the leader in all service-related businesses.
I ran into several ladies, said, Joe, I love your new express car wash. But she said, my kids are just scared to death to go in there. And I said, we got to do something about that.
It was all kind of a marketing idea that he said, gosh, kids get scared when they go through the car wash. How can we make this a friendly environment for them?
I went out and got some stuffed animals, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
Put them in the blower room, and when cars went by and kids were in it, they paid more attention to the stuffed animals than they did, some of the equipment and the loud noises that can happen in the car wash.
The kids said, Mom and Dad, let's go get a car wash. Well, they're not even looking at the car. They just want the entertainment of going to the car wash.
It's the little things, and that's what he always says. It's the little things that you do that make the difference, that really set you apart from your competition.
My grandfather gave me my first job when I was 14 years old. He gave me 50 cents, which was a lot of money to cut his grass. He had a little push mower. When I was done, I thought I was finished. He said, Joe, come here. I want the sidewalk trimmed. I want it swept. In other words, if you're going to do anything, I want it done right.
And one thing I love about Crew, it's just high expectations. And, within, the people we hire, the job we do, the quality we put out, and, he continues to keep those high expectations.
We don't want to rest on our laurels. We're trying to get better as we grow.
I'm a big believer in business. You never go like this. You're either going like this or you're going up. The minute in business, you put your feet on the desk.
One way to make sure you're always going up is that constant reinvestment and innovation, always trying to get better.
We're in a cleaning business, and I tell our people we gotta look clean. If you drive into a Mike's car wash or a Crew car wash, and they got dirt all over the driveway, you're gonna say to yourself, well, how can they see the dirt on my car if they can't see the dirt in the driveway?
When he came around, you always wanted to do everything you could to impress Joe with your location. He always took us around for a walk and just to kind of look everything over. But as we were going around, I noticed that Joe was bending over and picking up some debris and some cigarette butts and things like that. And I was just embarrassed by the fact that here was our owner out here picking up litter and trash off the lot. But it taught me a good lesson. Good performance is based on a lot of little things that are added up at one time. So if you're paying attention to the little things, the big things take care of themselves.
Even though we're in the car wash business, we're really in the people business. You can have all the brick and mortar, you can have the fanciest car wash. It's the people that make the difference.
When you talk to most friends and family and you say, yeah, I work for Crew, they say, oh my gosh, where do you find those people?
I started in full service, wiping down, drying off cars, and then I did windows and vacuums, and a lot of great people there, and it was just, it was a lot of fun.
So I remember many days, Joe, Dom coming by that full service car wash and putting his arm around you and how things going, and maybe have some feedback for you about things that he was seeing. And
he would drop off hot chocolate for the team members, and he'd buy cheeseburgers when we were busy and really didn't have time to eat.
I was one of the lucky individuals, I think, still in the organization now that got to work with both Joe and Ed and learned a lot of good lessons from them.
The nicest thing that comes with growth is, as you grow and become more profitable, you can surround yourself with outstanding executive talent. And I think that's something that's really served our company well.
Currently, we have over 800 people on our team, and a lot of them, it's their first job. And we really aspire to teach life values so that they can carry those through their life, and it will help them in school and help them in whatever career they choose to pursue.
Giving back to the community is a key part of what we feel like we need to do as a business. We hire a lot of kids, 16, 17-year-olds, their first-time jobs. So we look for organizations that truly have an impact on kids. This year alone, we'll do almost $1 million in just giving back to different organizations within the communities we serve. My grandfather, you can spend an hour with him and he'll probably say it twice, which is good because he likes to instill the message.
God, family, and work in that order. I have friends of mine in the car wash business have a pocket full of money but no family. We treat our people always like family. I think if you treat your people like family, you're going to treat the customers like family.
2014 is a year we'll always remember as our reorganization year. We really wanted to do successful succession planning. I wanted my children, if they were interested, to be involved with the business, and my brother felt the same way. So we did a reorganization in 2014, and it's really worked out for both family businesses.
They're both the same operation, same service, same everything. In fact, they work together many days. Good family planning.
When you work in a family business, you have to be willing to have difficult conversations, and you have to communicate all the time. And be willing occasionally to look in the mirror, because all of us have opportunities to improve our working relationship with family.
We got very intentional about going to family business classes together, meeting regularly, monthly.
It's been nice going to these meetings, going to classes, just so I feel more involved in the family business. We're always going to be family and have each other, but just to have that extra, like the business side of it, is just something that really makes us proud.
We'll go down to Florida, and my dad will go boating and go down to the lake as much as we can during the summer so the kids can bond. I mean, there's always some business talk here or there. My oldest son, Henry, and Sally's son, Luke, they've been at some of our fundraising events where we've let them spray some cars going through.
And that's something, hopefully, that when they have children, whether they're in the business or not, they'll think the same way, that, you know, it's something that they have the option of.
Right now, it's just kind of the sibling generation with my dad, but we realized that eventually that's going to be our kids, the cousin generation. So being very intentional about growing as a family business for years to come.
The biggest advice I like to see for my grandchildren is when they get up in the morning and they're on their way to work, make sure you're doing something that you enjoy. It might be car washing, it might be any kind of occupation, but just enjoy what you're doing. I want to make sure that Crew Car Wash keeps the same great reputation that we had when we were a smaller company.
I really hope that the legacy that my grandfather started, that my father has built, continues on.
That's what their big accomplishment is they have truly passed on a business that they've built and they've preserved it, and it's built for the long haul.
Cars are still going to be getting dirty. And self-driving cars, I don't know what effect that'll have on our business, but still, cars still get dirty. Just take a day at a time, a year at a time, and do the best you can.
I hope one of my legacies is instilling in my children and grandchildren a stewardship mentality, where they feel at the end of the day, their goal is to leave the business a little better than the one they received. I really think the best years for our family business are in the future. The future looks bright.